I wheeled the truck right on up out of the shop here. Got everything cleaned up, looking pretty good. But what we're gonna do before we remove the cab, there's a little bit of rust inside the cab that I want to get ground down with the wire wheel and sprayed with some primer. And then we're gonna weld in the support bars once we wheel it back in. Then we're gonna lift that cab right on off of there. So let's get cracking on that and we'll go from there. In here grinding, trying to clean this up. I was gonna get this in primer. I was hoping to only have to do from here out and then just the very, very edge of that out. But as I'm cleaning up some of the surface rust here, you can just see how thin and bad that actually was. It's actually going through the back of the cab as well. So this whole section is gonna have to come out, it would appear. So I'm gonna stop here. I'm just gonna get the supports welded in, it looks like, and then we'll get this cab off of here. So, shit. The fact that I have to replace that sucks. So we're gonna get these supports welded in now. They're all cut to size. That way we can pull the cab off and we can more closely assess basically how bad the rust is in that portion. So what I did, you saw the measurement all the way from there to here. I cut that at 65.5 and then just trimmed it down to fit. And then up front here I did 65. Side to side, and then same thing, trimmed it down to cut, or to fit, excuse me. And then we're gonna go from here to the top of the front bar, which was 44 1/8. So you just need the 4 pieces that's gonna support it in all the different directions. And we can get whatever piece of the floor we need cut out from there. We're all braced up. I have all of the cab mount bolts out. On the passenger side front, one thing to keep in mind is there is a grounding strap from the cab to the cab mount perch. So make sure you undo that, otherwise just like pulling an engine, it's just gonna hang you up. So got to rearrange the shop a little bit to make some space so we can pull this cab off from the side, but that's gonna be next. All right, this is gonna go one of two ways. It's either gonna be awesome or catastrophic. So we're doing great. I have it made to fit right on there, but we have the cab mounting bolt still in there because it is welded in. It looks like I gotta get that out now. So, little breather and we'll get this off of here. All right, got that last bolt out of there. Just had to break the weld. It's just a tack weld on this. I don't know if that's standard or not, but that one was tack welded in. So just broke that free. It is surprisingly stable on this cart here. So I figured it would be, but I knew it was going to be front heavy. So I figured it would tip and I would maybe need to support that a little bit more, but it's on there and it's not going anywhere. So let's get it in position. Let's get it lowered on the cart here. And then we can call it a day. So I'm going to get this lined up where it needs to be. Let's give that a shot. One thing I did not accurately account for, I did bring it back up so that we're straight and level. One thing I did not account for is the difference in height. So you can see the front is pretty much touching, and then the back we have quite a bit. So I'm going to build just a little bit of a riser here just to make sure that that can sit level. So I'm going to get that cut and put in next. All right, well now we're able to move the cab independent of the rest of the truck, meaning that we can clean up the frame, start getting to work on the suspension, new brakes, as well as working on the cab mounts, and all of the rust underneath and on the back side of this that we need to take care of. So one step at a time, little victories here and there is what it takes. Just keep chipping away at it and eventually you'll get it done. So we'll see you later. We'll see you in the next one. What that's going to be, I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's probably going to be body work or cleaning the frame up. So we'll see you later.